This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtech Musar podcast. We continue with the Pele Yoeitz. We are on page 130 in the art scroll, day 56 of Hachzik. We are now starting a new parak called Abiris Lev, which means courage. This is a very exciting topic, especially in May El. We need to invigorate ourselves, realize that we're not weak, we're not klishasdik, we're not small, we're not cottonistic, we're big, we're strong, we can accomplish, we can do, we can't doubt ourselves, and we have to have courage to see to the end of things, to get things done, to be the best Avdei Hashem that we possibly can be. Abiris Lev hu tzorech gadol lavodas HaKodesh Baruch Shemai. Davar b'itoy matov. We're learning what's important, what's pivotal, what is the forefront, the cornerstones of our relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, our Avodas Hashem, especially now in El before Rosh Hashanah. And what is it? It's courage. It's courage. And it's crucial to properly serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with that hakar, with that recognition that we are courageous people. There are many things a person does that are contrary to the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu due to the weakness of his heart or misplaced compassion. The things that we deviate from Hashem's command, from His mitzvahs, from Torah, because we think that we're not roi, that we're not substantial, that we're not strong enough. And if a person sees his friend doing something, or even himself doing something, and he's like, I'm not going to say anything, who am I, what am I, ma'ani, amrima v'taleas, but that's misplaced courage. We have to be strong, we have to be courageous, we have to stand up for what's truth, what's right. And the Pele Yoeitz is talking about actions of other people, but let's start with ourselves. Look at our own actions, especially in El, working on ourselves. Are we doing the right thing? Can we use chizik? Can we recalibrate? Can we reassess? And don't say, my past is my past. I've already been doing X, Y, and Z for so many years. What can I do now? The answer is, I'm a Ben Melech, I'm strong, I'm courageous, I'm a man of dignity, a Bas Melech, daughter of the king. I can do anything. I'm invincible because I have Siyata D'Shmaya, I'm connected to the source, and no one can stop me if I'm doing the right thing. Other times one's concerned that he might lose certain benefits and he'll flatter people for doing the wrong thing. This is something that's very strongly enunciated and spoken about in the Chavis Avavis, how when other people are doing the wrong thing, we get scared and then we're machnef them. We say, oh, you're doing great, just because we're afraid we're going to lose benefits. Whether it's our job, whether it's our community affiliations, associations, other things. Do the right thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in control. Hashem is in charge. And we have to do, as we said, we have to do what's right and leave what's left to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We can only do our status. And this treads the same waters of bitachon. Do what's right, have bitachon in Hashem, and as long as we're doing the right thing, Hashem is going to help us. Siyata D'Shmaya. We can't worry, maybe what's going to happen, what's going to be. Hashem is going to take care. Azois v'chazois yidvu kol hadovim. Now, continues the Pele Yoeitz. It's well known what Chazal say, the mercies of the wicked are cruel. The pasuk says, black as a raven, that we're only going to find lofty levels of Torah scholarship in one whose effort is so diligent that he blackens his face like a raven from the exhaustion he incurs while studying them. And one who makes himself as cruel as a raven towards his children and the members of his household means one must steel himself to be resolute in the face of many challenges that come up. And obviously it doesn't mean in a literal sense, this is allegoric, this is b'derech mashal, but the side is that a lot of times we're going to take a hit, we're going to get blackened, we're going to get dirty, we're going to encounter the naysayers, the scoffers, the atzas heitzer, in so many different ways, whether it's the Yitzhar himself, whether it's other people, whether it's our inner emotions, our feelings. When we want to stand up for what's right, we're going to get blackened like a raven. Uchsiv al timna minar musar al tab b'shevet hakenu v'navshi mishal tatzel. And it says in Mishlei, do not withhold discipline from youth. You shall discipline them with the rod, and you shall thereby rescue a soul from the grave. So what's the third over here? What we're trying to say? Shanashim shemarim gagum le'yeladim lo'inim avim le'hakoisam aleim akosev omer idei nashim rachmanis bishul edem shagom le'sheisoif v'yerish gehenim. It's a lengthy over here with the psukim, but what we're saying over here is that when you have too much rachmanis and you say everything's okay and you turn a blind eye to everything, and again, obviously everything with measure and with seichel, but the side is that we're here to do the right thing, we're here to be people of courage, we're here to build ourselves, to build others, to demonstrate the right thing, not just turn away and say everything's okay and it's all going to be good and you're doing great. Oh, that is a mahalach, but it's not always the mahalach. And sometimes we have to be strong, we have to be courageous for ourselves, for others, and say, this is the right way, this is the Derech HaEmes, this is the Derech Yishara. And especially for ourselves, especially during this time of year, we have to look and do deep introspection and reflect. What are we doing? Are we doing the right things? Are we in line with the Torah? Are we in line with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Are we in line with being the Ben Melech, which is what all about Rosh Hashanah is about? And if we're not, how do we get back in line with that? And the Yetzer Hara is going to come and say, no, but you Oisvarf, look at everything you've done and all the destruction you've done and you're mashchas yourself and others and the avirus and you're a birus leif. Be a courageous person. Be strong, overcome, be better. You're going to get blackened like the raven from exhaustion, but ultimately you're going to be empowered and triumphant when you have this mindset. And if these challenges that the Yetzer Hara presents to the people, they're so strong, the wise man has to realize that he's stronger, he's higher, and he's lishmor l'kaim divrei Torah v'divrei sefrim kadas malasos, and he has to have one thing in mind, which is to safeguard and fulfill the words of the Torah and the words of Chazal. And one who does this, he puts everything away and he says, I don't care, I am better. He is mitamide Avram Avinu. You want to be a Talmud of the Biskarov, you want to be a Talmud of Rabbi Kiva Eger, the Chavetz Chaim, what about Avram Avinu? And one who acts like this with courage, with resolution, with resolve, determination, he's a Talmud of Avram Avinu. Why? Because despite his being the father of mercy, enveloped in the highest levels of kindness, he was willing to take Yitzchak Avinu and to be neked to take him for a carbon to Hashem. Right? He took the knife to slaughter his own son. Why? To serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for the purpose of performing the will of the Eibishter. And certainly everything pales in comparison to such things as putting one's sons to death, or to this degree of self-sacrifice. So when it comes to us, and we have sacrifices, we have these personal akidas yitzchaks, whether it's with our nisyonis, daily routine, our past, and we want to work on ourselves and say, I don't care, I'm doing it for the Eibishter, I'm doing it Laman HaMelech, for the King, Lamancha. We are mitamide Avram Avinu, v'yashuv mipnei kol. Avram Avinu wasn't deterred from anything. He had one thing in mind, and that was the Eibishter. It was being a Ben Melech. It was Rosh Hashanah. A person should keep this tremendous demonstration of spiritual conviction in his heart and mind at all times, to build his own conviction, to keep away from doing evil, in order to motivate himself to do things that are good at all times. Indeed, this is man's whole duty in this world.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.